Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the next thrilling instalment of the F2 division of RSF1 Season 3. I'm Primus Gaming, and joined with me is Vettel SF1. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm very good. It's one of my favourite tracks, the Netherlands.
Yeah, and unfortunately both you and I were absent last week in China, where the Man with the Cash, RSF1 Cash, and Eastern took over, so I'd like to personally thank the pair of them for being able to step in and cover both of us while we weren't about. But from what I heard, the Chinese Grand Prix was definitely an interesting one. And yeah, now we're on board with some Netherlands action. Obviously, this is going to be the first actual Grand Prix in the Netherlands for RSF1. And who better to start off than Stygian? This is his home Grand Prix.
Yeah, it sure is. I believe he's Dutch. I believe he was Slinky Buzz, right? But the Codemasters fixed it.
So he got his name back.
Yeah.
So if anyone's confused where Slinky Buzz is, there's no need for any more confusion. Obviously, it's Stygian. We all knew who he was. But we just went by his handle that he was carrying at the time. But obviously, Stygian is willing to put himself out there and see how he can do. As we said before, he's Dutch and he's from the Netherlands, so he'll be willing to prove himself in this Grand Prix. But interesting start though. We've got rain, so intermediate conditions immediately from Q1, and I don't even know how the race's conditions going to be. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting qualifying session, but I'm going to hand over now to Vettel. Oh! Slink! Not Slinky. I was going to call him Slinky Buzz. Stygian almost. Oh, he hit the wall! Ah, never mind. I think we got a Red Bull. I think it's Breezy. Shall we take it away with him?
We sure can. Oh, he's gone wide as well.
Oh dear. I seem to be having a little bit of a problem with my menu. I can't seem to scroll. Oh, there you go. It's like, you know, where you could pick drivers from the menu. I couldn't seem to do that for a moment. No, but anyways, yeah, on board with Breezy.
Oh, there's been damage. I think he'll be going back to the pits for that.
Okay, never mind that. Alpha Tauri, I think that is Lukey. No, that's Sturridge, I think.
No, okay. Yeah, he's gone wide, turn one. Yeah, no, he's not back enough. Yeah, he's still with the maximum ERS. Very easy to lock up into that corner, as Lukey has demonstrated. Slight bit of oversteer.
It looks like this track is a pain in wet conditions. I don't even know how the first qualifying results are going to be, but it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, a decent dry time is normally a 1 minute 10, so I'd probably add about 10 or 15 seconds onto that. So you're looking at about 20, I'd imagine.
There we go. We got a Mercedes that spun out on the finishing straight.
Steerage is going to be the first person across the line and sets a benchmark of a 1 minute 19.6. Not a bad lap at all.
Red Bull, I think that's Rapid Sprays or Breezy?
It's a Breezy, plays in the pits. It's RSF1 Elites in the Haas. Very nice exit from the final corner. 1 minute 24.3.
Oh, the Mercedes has spun again.
Is it Braver? Yeah.
Taylor not having a good day.
No. Who else?
I have a little word with I heard a little bit about one driver. We're on board with Grantastrophe. RSF1 waiter. He said obviously he hasn't had the best start of the season. You know, like
goes P3.
Not I'd hoped to. But he said he's feeling kind of good about today.
Yeah, this is It's a very steering heavy track. You're not too far from a corner. It's kind of like Japan, really, because it flows into a corner after a corner after a corner, apart from the main straight, which technically the start of it's actually a bank, which is unique to Formula One. But especially this season and previous seasons, I think Indianapolis was the last time we had a bank circuit.
And meanwhile, actually, it's the first time they've actually put as you said, banking is the first time I put it into modern Formula One. I think the last time we actually ever saw banking was, I think it was either Indianapolis or the old Monza track layout. Lukey seems to have a little bit of trouble.
Go on board with Moronix, who's just started a lap in the Mercedes. Choosing to go quite conservative. I'd imagine. I imagined he'd be going a bit more gung-ho, but I suppose it is the wet.
That first sector is quite treacherous, especially if you're trying to take it flat out. If he's playing it more safer, other than the other drivers, he might be looking good here for his flying lap.
34.7.
No fastest first sector. I'm going to quickly go load up the chat on my phone. There you go, Moronix.
Short shift into 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You can cut the curb quite heavily here, which Moronix has done.
Good fastest mid-sector.
Yeah, short shift up to 3rd. And then it's vital you get a decent run through this corner because it affects your opinion across the entire straight, which there is a yellow
Someone's
flag.
making a bold call. Catastrophe. He's got onto the soft compound tyre. A P3. Good lap. That's a very bold call from Catastrophe. Looks like Waiters put on the medium compound tyre. And Rapid Sprays has put on the soft. What's everyone doing?
Yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to dry out by the end of the session because the clouds don't look too heavy.
No, the clouds are sort of brightening up a little bit. K-Mag rejoined the session. I think that's like the second time he's joined back now. There's a few people left earlier and then joined back, so it's K-Mag back a couple of times. Lukey, however, on board of him, mid-sector, AlphaTauri. I have a question for you, Vettel. And it's... Oh, hang on for a moment there. Steerage has actually just improved the fastest time of the session with a 1:19.2, so a very good job there from the McLaren. We also have to say hello to Brutal Reapers. Brutal Reapers being in the McLaren seat because we have... Oh, there's a Ferrari! There's a Ferrari stranded on the track. That's Stroll.
He's out.
Oh, dear.
I'm assuming that's run up to turn 1.
But, unfortunately, we have lost RSF1 Verstappen, who got a very nice podium last week in China. But unfortunately, he is gone. So, unfortunately, McLaren are now vacant a driver, and so Brutal. Oh my God! Good save by Catastrophe. Oh my God! that could have been a train wreck. But he saved it.
Is Catastrophe out? He says he's in the pits.
No. He's Oh no, that might have been Waiter then. That was a Williams.
Both Williams are in the pit on my end.
No, that's an AlphaTauri. Sorry, no, that's me being an idiot. That was me being an idiot. Sorry, I saw white and I was just like, oh God. Anyways, yeah. So Shrimper, the race winner back in Australia, there's a collected P3 after a decent lap in the Ferrari. Unfortunately, being the only Ferrari that will probably make it into Q2 due to Stroll's sudden retirement after making contact with the wall. But in these wet conditions, it's very, very difficult to manoeuvre with. anyways, going back to what I was actually going to ask you. So, have you looked into the Concord Agreement that was recently agreed between the Formula One teams in real life?
I haven't read anything about it now, but I think I know what it's about. Every team has signed in it, basically commits them for 5 years, I think, and a more equal share of prize money, which is how it should have been in the first place, but...
yeah, because some teams are struggling, not scoring any points. Obviously, they're not getting any money, and you need points to get money.
Reapers is using the DRS, and it's still raining, so maybe it's dry conditions now.
Wait, he had DRS?
Yeah, he was using the DRS.
Well, steerage just improved to a 119 dead. Oh, there goes the McLaren!
Yeah, see the DRS symbol on the right.
Oh, God. Don't go back. Oh, no! That was stitching! The Renault was coming around the last corner, and he looked like he was about to start a belter of a lap, or finish a belter of a lap, but then the McLaren of Brutal Reapers just brought that to a swift conclusion right there, and meanwhile we're on board with ripping one shot in the Alfa Romeo. But yeah, anyways, the Concord Agreement, I think it's good for keeping the teams in, really, because I think it might have been a little bit too late. It would have been great if we had it before, when you had teams like, we saw teams like Marussia or Manor and Caterham and a few other teams, But because of how funding was distributed back before, it's sort of a shame to see how such great potential in some teams just was gone because, for example, Ferrari or Mercedes, Red Bull, they were just incredibly powerful, compared to them, and they couldn't compare.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is to do with money, because without money, you can't really buy the facilities to compete with definitely the top guys in F1.
There you go.
And one shot across the line. 1 minute 31.2. I think it is dry conditions now.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like it's not quite wet weather conditions anymore. He's going for a lap now, but I'm not seeing any spray coming off the tyres. When you really see that, and also the DRS being active, I think that's a good sign to say, slap on some softs and get out there, which is exactly what has Stitching has done. Oh my God!
Yeah, the tyres were needed. He's lost the rear end into the barrier.
Ouch! Hopefully it's not on the track. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, the car was beached onto the gravel after the crash. That's good. I mean, it didn't obstruct Stitching, but we've lost 2 Ferrari-powered cars instantly. We've lost Stroll, who's in the Works team, and then we lost one shot who's in the Customs.
Oh! Spun it.
Oh, God. I don't think anyone's able to really cope with this track. I mean, the condition... Right now, the track's greasy. It's still partially damp, but I think it's not quite intermediate tyre weather, but it's very difficult for slicks.
Yeah, you require a lot of downforce for this track because the corners are very fast, especially the one that Rapid Sprays is on. The fast right-hander, I mean, I've seen a lot of people in league races lose it along there, especially in the mixed conditions. The crossover points, it's quite easy to lose control of a car in the high downforce sections.
Stitching. Looks like he's on for a good first sector in the Renault.
I imagine it will
Nicely
be a purple because no one else has set up on the soft tyre. Yeah.
Look how he threw the car into that corner. That was nice.
Yeah, the Dutch energy coming through.
The Orange Army supporting him. The Orange Army supports Max Verstappen. Obviously, he's the only Dutch driver in the real F1 grid.
It seems the entire crowd on the game is all orange.
So he's got the perfect crowd really for here. And here we go. Round the last corner. Lukey has rejoined again. I think that might have been his third time? Second time? Down the straight.
13.5.
Stygian. I mean, that's good. I think with track evolution, I think the times will come out a little bit more faster, but the track's still a little greasy at the moment.
Yeah. But I suppose the guys near the bottom are going to have to go out again because they haven't set a lap, including RSF1 K-Mag. It was a bit of a surprise actually because he's had a lot of pace over this season.
He's actually now coming out of the pit, speaking of the devil. He heard you say his name, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm now here. So, K-Mag on the track. Nice. We haven't had a weather report put up yet, so I don't think we're going to know.
Bit of mystery.
Nice. Good spice of life, you know. It's fun to know what's coming up, but we've got Williams crossing the line. Waiter beginning his lap. Then we've got a Red Bull and a Racing Point. It's hard to really... this menu is really being annoying. I'm trying to scroll through the drivers, but I have to select the driver and go back.
Oh, Stygian at 112.
Oh!
Improving on his
Nice
lap.
work from Stygian. There you go. Notch. 13 flat. I'm having trouble with this bloody camera. It's been a pain. That's Brutal Reapers next.
In the McLaren. 111.3.
Top job. And I think that's K-Mag now starting. Yep, that's K-Mag now beginning his flying lap. Now with steerage.
I think that's Rapid's session over. Oh.
Was that Rapid? Oh!
Yeah. Raven hits him when he spun round and then I think it's Snod. No, is it Snod?
Yeah, Snodvod is collecting damage as well. I don't know what happened there, but
I think
5-place grid penalty has been applied to a driver.
Yeah, Rapid spun it and then the Mercedes hit him.
Oh dear. Could you check the race director to check who was... Oh no, K-Mag's out! K-Mag is out!
Oh, it's
Q1 over? No, he invalidated. K-Mag is out of the session. Rapid sprays. He's got a session to forget today. And Rapid sprays will be starting plumb last. Meanwhile, Stroll and Ripin One Shot will be joining them after they both crashed out during intermediate conditions, and K-Mag finishing 17th after invalidating on his final run. Grantashifree, however, takes the fastest time. Yeah, Waiter takes the top of the table.
Oh, wait.
Well, I was about to say join them on the top of the table. I said taking the top by accident, but then he literally just did it. Waiter, 110-0, and Rapid Sprays has left the session. It's retired from the session, sorry. I thought he left. No, he retired. Shrimper.
Breezy just sneaking through. He will not
Yeah,
be required
Breezy.
to set the lap.
Nah, he can back off. He can safely back off now about using those tyres.
Oh,
he
has
kept
no
going.
front wing.
Oh, well, he actually improved on his time. His previous time was on the... Oh, Shrimper parking the car in the garage, or in the pit lane. It's been a very mixed Q1, to be honest. I mean, wet conditions at the start, but everyone just kept on spinning and crashing, even in the dry conditions. But I imagine when we get into Q2, Vettel, it'll actually be a little bit more easier on the guys.
Yeah, I imagine so. I'm not really sure on the strategy, to be honest.
It's hard to say. Shrimper needs... so Hardy said Shrimper needs to learn to press retire every single week. The driver can retire any moment they feel necessary. Anyways, going over the... Yeah, as long as it's not on track, then that's fine. But going over the drivers that are eliminated first, and then I'll let Vettel do the top three. The drivers eliminated is Rapid Sprays in 19th place in the Red Bull, Stroll 18th in the Ferrari after retiring and crashing on track, K-Mag just narrowly missing out due to invalidating on the very last run, and Rippin' One Shot also joins Stroll as one of the cars that crashed out.
In a P3, we have RSF1 Elites in the Haas with a 10.3. Second, we have Gruntastrophe on a 10.2, and first we have Waiter with a 10.0. Very good lap.
I did say that Waiter is a person to watch out for. He told me that he's feeling kind of okay today. I don't think. Well, it all depends. I don't know if he feels like it's maybe winning pace he's got today, or if he feels he can just maybe get a really good position. Get some good points today for the team. But you never know. We'll keep our eyes out for the Williams team because it's a double knockout from Grunt and Waiter. So very good result from the Williams team, and I imagine the team principal of Williams will be very pleased to see that.
Yeah, I imagine so. Waiter will have to be keeping an eye on the penalties though, because I don't believe he's going to race this season without getting one.
Damn, that's quite brutal. I was having a sip of drink, and as soon as you said that, I was like,
he is Mr. Penalty.
Yeah, it's very difficult, really. Oh, Lukey's gone again.
Isn't a rule
anyways,
about that?
I think so. Catastrophe, however, he's now first car on the track. He's gone for the medium compound tyre, while Stygian is on the soft compound tyre. So I have a feeling the hards here won't be a necessary race tyre.
It depends if there's a safety car, really, because it is a free pit stop essentially. So pitting under that, maybe lap 5, you might be able to go at the end. But it's looking to be a soft to medium strategy.
From your knowledge of this track, is it a high degradation circuit or is it a low degradation circuit?
I think it's quite a low deg. I think that's to do with its resurfacing, I imagine.
Oh, there you go, Gruntastrophe. He slowed down for a moment there to just get a little bit of warmth in his tyres. Now it gives Stygian the chance to back off a little bit and give Gruntastrophe the space. So hopefully during their flying laps they won't accidentally end up meeting each other along the way. But anyways, on board with Gruntastrophe. Vettel, take it away, my friend.
Right, so on board with Grunty. Is he going to lock up? Nope. Is he going to short shift? He sure does. Now it's a long sweeping run, which if anyone's played a Soto Corsa, this is the best section of the track by a mile in an 80s F1 car. Nice and flat through there. Taking a bit of curb, hits the inside. Choosing not to use any of the outside curb, hits the inside, straight back onto the power now. Many lines through this corner. I think you'll see on a couple of the onboards how the drivers will try to take it. Now coming into the hairpin. Darts and clips the curb. Not going to short shift. Up to 4th, 5th, 6th. Then try and get a good run out of this corner. Takes a little bit of the curb. You want to keep it as tight as possible to the inside because it can gain you about a 10th and a half if done correctly. And across the line to set a 1:11.0.
There's something that I don't think we noticed. He did that time. It's a very decent time with no ERS. He didn't even turn it on. He forgot.
Oh.
And yet, it was a decent lap.
Yeah, he lifted up towards the line though, so...
Got Snodrod, who just passed, actually. Catastrophe.
Yeah, Snodrod. In the tracing point. Yellow flag.
It's just Gruntastrophe slowing down, letting the fast cars go by.
Did you watch the race today?
Matt. The real one? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
I was a little disappointed with the Brayton points pace. I thought there'd have been a lot higher up, to be honest.
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed in the performance because I would have thought Racing Point, they've been like getting so much like pace out in the opening stages of the season, and then just suddenly to see them doing so poorly today. Like Gasly was just on fire. However, I was surprised with Daniel Ricciardo. He started where he finished and got the fastest lap of the race, but here's really what got... In the race, he was... Oh, a 1:10.8 by Braver Container. Very good job. Verstappen was 9 seconds ahead of Daniel Ricciardo going into lap 44. However, ending lap 44, Daniel Ricciardo had gotten it down to 3.7 seconds. If there was another lap, Daniel Ricciardo would have had Verstappen. Hands down, I felt he would have gone him.
Yeah, I think so. At that pace, 100%. I think the three were suffering with the tyre.
And also, big props to the Renault F1 team, because they did something. They maximised a brilliant point scoring session today of P4, fastest lap, and then P5 thanks to Esteban Ocon. Very good points today. And I think that's actually one of the best point scoring since they returned to Formula 1.
Yeah, they got the extra point, which makes it better than their result in Monza last season.
Very good work there from the Renault team. I actually look forward to seeing how much more they can improve. However, Carlos Sainz, did you see his face when he was watching how the Ferraris were struggling?
Yeah, I think he expected when he signed to be in a championship contending car.
No, McLaren's doing better than Ferrari has been, and he's given up his seat to Daniel Ricciardo.
And big props to Kimi Räikkönen for beating both the Ferraris.
Kimi Räikkönen being a former Ferrari driver, and he beat a team that he recently just left. Invade Matt. He said, is this a league? And I was like, yep. And he's like, what days? We generally race from Sunday to Thursday. So Sunday being the F2 division, Monday being the F3. I think Tuesdays F5, Wednesdays F1, and then Thursdays is F4. Those are the general days that the leagues run. And as Petronas has said, we're currently rocking on to our third season. So, going very good so far. Hope to keep it going. However, F1 2020 has been a little bit buggy, so we're just trying to work around the little kinks.
Yeah. Going back to Grand Test actually. If he had done the ERS, I'm pretty confident he would have got a 10, even a 9 on the mediums.
That would have been a good pole time. And the fact is he held. It feels like he held back, because if he had that ERS on, he would have been so much more quicker. I mean, like, as you said, I felt confident in a 9, maybe at least a 10. But without that extra thrust of power, the maximum he could achieve was a 111, unless he made mistakes here and there in certain corners. But his teammate Waiter, who recently who just took pole in Q1, is now about to begin his flying lap on the soft compound tyre. So, Vettel, I'm going to let you have this one, mate.
On board with Williams, takes a nice and tight, but sometimes doesn't matter. Going in here, does he lock up? No. Goes straight to third, and then it's the long run up the best set of corners on the entire game. He's going to use 8th, yeah. Short shift down to 7th. Try and keep the tightest line possible. Ooh, nearly losing the rear end. Nice
good
and
save.
yeah, very good save. Down to third, straight back up to 4th. On the power flat, takes quite a wide line, but short shifts to get the extra rotation. 6th, 7th, DRS zone. Is he going to cut the curve? Yeah. Short shift up to third, no? Oh, steerage,
Steerage.
1.96. Then gets a really nice exit from the final corner. Tries to keep it as tight as possible towards the line. This is looking like a very good lap. And the 1.95.
Good lap, Waiter. That's top of the table yet again for the Williams. He's on fire today. Look at him.
Oh, he's invalid.
He would have actually gotten faster if he didn't have that little wobble.
Yeah. He lost about 10, maybe a tenth and a half. Oh, elites.
He just got a little bit fast there. By the looks of that, 6 thousandths of a second faster than Waiter. However, that's a very good time for the Haas car. RSF1 Ites, formerly known... actually, no, I think it was... Yeah, he's always just been RSF1 Ites. I think it was Ites. No, never mind. I can't remember his...
Oh, I thought it was Elites.
His old name. No, I thought it was Elites at first, but I think it's just Ites. No,
Yeah,
EITZ. It's a
pretty
bit of a
sure
rough one to...
In Season 1, in Division 1, there was an RSF1 Elites. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Stidgen. Stidgen's actually on the mediums. I think he feels confident on his tyre.
Maybe.
Invade map. I did the sign up. That's good, man.
Yellow flag.
As you signed up, if you have an Xbox Live account and you're willing to join the league, please contact RSF1 Shane 0407 and he will help you out and
110.3, only P12.
That's a good lap.
Good lap.
That's a good lap. But the time between the pole sitting time and Stidgen is 8 tenths of a second. Makes all the most, really. If he improves 2 tenths of a second, which is still good, it will only get him into P11. So the times are quite close, if I have to say.
I'm not sure Stidgen has the time to go in the pits and put a set of these soft tyres on or not.
He might be able to.
It doesn't look like it. It isn't a 1 minute
however,
9 lap.
He heard us. This man heard us. He slapped on some softs, he's got the ERS on, and he's just done the fastest first sector, and look at him go. 8
tenths faster than is the second
how tidy
one
he's
before.
taking those lines. What's with the Williams today? It's like they're on roids. they're like really like pushy today. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, Grunty seems to have been all compromised exit there.
And here we go. Round the last corner goes Grunty. 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 And he crosses
Still
the line.
a 9.3.
193. Oh.
Still time in there. He lost a little bit on the final run because hitting the curb can really unsettle the car. He was quite lucky to get away with it.
Yeah, he lost some serious traction there.
Alright, the elite tyre was on about to reserve com. The Season 1 driver. That's Cash.
So Ites is still second though. I mean, that's a good time, but Gruntastrophe has just pushed his time out of the water there. However, we've got Sturridge and Notch. I've gone on board with RSF1 Notch, who recently, from when I last saw, just lost out on I think on the win in the Vietnamese Grand Prix. I didn't see how Notch did back in Chinese.
Pretty good lap as well. He was half a second up.
He actually probably would have gone faster than Catastrophe. Breezy's retired in the pits. He feels safe in P5, but there's still a minute and a half to go. All could make the difference in that minute and a half. Go on, McLaren. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, no, sorry. Steerage is about to begin his lap. I think that's Shrimper and the Ferrari who's also about to do his lap. Oh, let's go on board with Shrimper, actually.
We got a car on the wall. It's
Wait, is
a
that
Mercedes and Moronix. Yeah, he's got damage.
Yeah, I think that's the end of his chances of doing another lap. The question is he safe?
I don't know. Quite a few people are improving, Notch included. Oh no, Notch is appealing into the pits.
Current pole sitter,
Snodbod.
catastrophe. Oh, go on board with Snodbod.
A 10th
Going
up.
around the damaged Mercedes.
A nice
Can
exit from the corner.
Get himself up into Q3? We'll find out now on the power. DRS.
No. Oh, Braver Container.
Braver Container! He collided with Brutal Reapers.
And
I think it's safe to say Braver Container is joining Rapid Sprays at the back of the grid.
Yeah, I don't think Braver is going to be improving the lap. So I think that's his qualifying over.
Very unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. The Mercedes team, however, only just narrowly making it through with one car, but Stygian goes through to 5th fastest. Moronix is in 10th. The only people that could really set him down.
Yeah, Muddy Biscuit's
and Muddy Biscuit just got held up by steerage.
AI.
So that ends Muddy Biscuit's qualifying session. And as horrible as that is for him, because he looked like he was on a really good lap as well. And the AI of Steerage's McLaren just got in the way. So Muddy Biscuit is out of the qualifying session. That's one Haas down, one to go. And that means Moronix is safe because Snodvod, he did not improve.
Yeah, very lucky from Moronix there that Muddy Biscuit got held up on the fresh soft tyre.
Snodvod now going into the pits. And it looks like Sturridge is the only car left on the track.
I don't think 11th is the worst place to start, but it's quite hard to overtake it. And especially with the dirty air in this game, it can be a little frustrating being behind a car.
That was actually a very good shout, by the way. Brutal, his personal best time, was set a 109.6 on the medium compound tyre, which means he's the only medium tyre runner on the entire grid.
He did a 109.6 on the medium. Well, that's an impressive time. I'm expecting a 108 from him at some point then.
Strat from Hardy, he said, is soft to hard tyres. That depends. I'd say soft to hard is good if you're a soft runner. But if you're a medium runner, I'd say you could easily do mediums to softs, couldn't you?
I don't know. I don't really look up the strategy until the day before the race. So I'm afraid I'm a bit clueless.
So that's a very good shout there by Hardy, though. So he's playing it safe or super aggressive with medium to soft. He can start off safe and then can get aggressive as time progresses. We don't know how long the soft compound tyre is going to last around here on the race conditions, but if he can keep preserving his tyres quite well and obviously race well, keep the pace going, eventually when the soft tyre runners lose the initial grip, he will be able to capitalise on that. Anyways, going over the drivers eliminated, and then Vettel on the top 3. In P14 is Braver Container, who's at the bottom of the Q2 list, and will also start at the back of the grid for receiving a 5-place grid penalty after colliding with Brutal Reapers. In 13th place is Snodvod in the Racing Point. 12th is Top Notch, and 11th is Muddy Biscuit.
In the third we have RSF1 elites, not elites, in the Haas with a 109.4, a very good time. P2 we have Steerage 97 in the McLaren with a 109.324, and on current pole position, if it was to finish like this, is Grunty for Williams with a 109.311.
So I imagine both the Mercedes, well, the four teams, Mercedes, the Racing Point, Alfa Romeo, and the Haas principals. Well, I imagine Mercedes is probably going to be a little bit more bothered by this result because obviously one of their Mercedes drivers is now going to be plumb last on the back of the grid. Depends on how many positions he gets put back and if he's going to be in front of rapid sprays or not. And also just narrowly biting the bullet by 11 thousandths of a second of Moronics getting through. But if Muddy Biscuit wasn't held up by Steerage's AI, Muddy Biscuit would have probably looked at maybe getting into Q3. Racing Point as well. From what I noticed, there's only one Racing Point. So the Racing Point team is definitely going to be feeling that, especially the fact that Snodvod is their only runner and has just got knocked out of Q2. And Alfa Romeo, no more cars go through as for Top Notch, or RSF1 Notch, he now joins the others down in the bottom. It looks like it doesn't look like the time is going to carry on. We're still on the qualifying sheet.
Yeah.
Wait.
I think the game has probably glitched.
I think there is actually a real big problem now. I don't know what we can do. We can't advance to Q3.
Yeah, cash lobby dead, I think it is.
I wonder what we're going to do now.
Are we going to have to run through the whole of qualifying again then?
Probably, which is not going to be good for some people because we're already 45 minutes through on the stream. Wait, is the stream going alright still? Sorry about that, just have to check the stream. K-Mag is who we are waiting for. Okay, so if anyone can... Yeah, so if anyone could contact K-Mag to leave the session and then join back, we should be able to get Q3 undergoing. Yeah, okay. So the lobby ain't dead, we're still going on. But K-Mag, we need him to leave the session to progress. If we did restart qualifying, I imagine a lot of people would not be happy because, we're already 45 minutes in, which is roughly the duration of the qualifying. And then the race normally would take about an hour. There you go. K-Mag's... There you go. We can get going. Hey...
On to the final qualifying 3, where we should see the fastest times.
And peak weather by the looks of it, which is nice. Rightio, so going into Q3 finally after a bit of waiting there from K-Mag having to leave the lobby. He will need to join back. He got knocked out Q1, so I don't see how the game would have made him a problem, but nonetheless, we get going. And the first car to go out onto the track is RSF1 Ice. Got a Red Bull following those behind. And actually, there's a real question of what will Ice do, because the Red Bull Breezy is right behind him. Is he going to let the Red Bull go?
I don't think he is, no.
If they both begin flying that together, it's not Ice's fault if they have a problem, because Ice can choose to stay in front and do his lap. It's up to Breezy to give them both the space. But it looks like Breezy wants to overtake him. Anyways, oh no, there you go. I think Eitz tried to see about getting a move on. Breezy just wouldn't get away. Or wouldn't back off, so I think Eitz did in turn, and that let Breezy go on. But anyways, what's your prediction for the top 3?
Well, I'm probably going to go with Eyes the best here. I'm assuming Eyes 24, 29 is. I'd probably go for Grunty or Brutal Reapers to pull. Maybe wait P2, P3. And Storage maybe P3 as well. I mean, I think it's quite open because the Q2 times are very close between drivers.
I'm going to say Grunt for pole, Waiter second, and Steerage in the McLaren third. I know Sturridge has been doing good in the AlphaTauri, but I think Steerage definitely a good contender for P3.
He's a spin.
Turn 1's actually very tricky because if you get on the power too much, especially if you're a no traction runner, going into turn 1, catch a little bit of curb, you're too early on the power, you will send the car off. I think that might have just been what happening there for poor Stygian on his home Grand Prix. However, Breezy was chucking out fastest sectors, and then Eitz has immediately nullified them by setting the fastest sector behind him.
It's Breezy across the line first, isn't it?
Breezy crosses the line, and on 1093, which is a very good time.
1097.
Oh! Eitz made a mistake. And a 1094.
Then Waiter, who invalidated. Then I believe it is it's the Mercedes of Moronics. Oh, 1091.
Oh! 109199. Very good. And then Brutal Reapers, he does a good time.
Oh, Sturridge.
Sturridge?
100th of a second.
Nice. And I think Stygian's going in to put on a new set of tyres. Waiter's going for it. I think he's only got enough fuel left for one more lap in the Williams. Definitely looking racy. Oh, okay. That Red Bull took out those braking boards there, so if anyone's running out without their stuff on the track, it's going to be very difficult to judge when you're going to brake.
No, that was the DRS board.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Thank goodness. There we go, RSF1 Waiter. Ran out of ERS. And now he's going to run out of fuel practically.
1098.
1098. I think if he got some fresh tyres on, got his battery recharged and some more fuel in the car, I think he could go back for one more lap.
Schumpeter's invalidated his current lap.
Deary, deary me. And meanwhile, Steerage and McLaren's got the gearbox problem where it's screaming like a banshee. So weird.
I think that's been a problem for a couple of years now in the game.
It's like amusing because there's no problem with the car. It's just like a sound glitch, which is just funny. It's just brilliant. Anyways, Stygian is going back out again. He's put on some fresh soft tyres. He's going to make his way past the now out of fueled, low fueled Williams. But we'll stay on board with Steerage, who's proved himself to be a very quick driver in the McLaren. Take it away.
Into turn 1, braking at the 50-metre board. Short shift to 4. Bit unconventional, but I suppose it's to get the best traction. Quite a fast section here. Is he going to lock up? Nope. Short shift in the 4th again. Then the long run to the fast right-hander. Ever so slightly cambered the track, especially along this section here. It can really unsettle the car in certain positions. It seems he's got through there nicely. Oh, a little bit of a skid through there. Down to 4th, up to 4th. Braking at the 50-metre board again. Nice turning. Then on the DRS, up to the 7th gear. Then braking at between the 50 and 100 metres. hitting the curb, down to second, up
Bit
to
of a lock-up.
third. Then a nice exit into the final corner. Keep it as tight to the inside as possible for those extra thousandths of a second. Running out of the RS and sets up 109.2. Not that far behind his
Nice.
teammate.
Meanwhile, Stygian invalidated again, as home Grand Prix is just not having any luck.
No. Shremper must have invalidated again because he hasn't set a lap.
So we could be looking at Ferrari and Renault at the bottom of the Q3 table, depending on how well they can do. But Gruntastrophe and Waiter, surprising to see them down there. But the time between P6 and P1 is 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, very close, very close.
Even if they find improvement, which is good, it won't put them up that far. But both the McLarens are the only cars that are currently on track at the moment, while everyone else is waiting for that perfect moment. Well, we got the Screaming Banshee and then Brutal Reaper's car.
I think they're both going to be boxing.
Yeah, it's a bit quiet. There you go. We've got a Renault coming back out. It's Stygian once again. I think he's now got to go for broke now, because I think this is his last set of soft compound tyres. So it's all or nothing at this point.
It sure is. I imagine that's a race set though, because I do believe he used 2 sets in Q2.
That's true, yeah. So taking a bit of a risk with the with expending his current tyre sets. But Stygian looks like he's willing to take that gamble. Anyways, on his home Grand Prix, his last attempt to get in a good lap in Q3 with his final set of decent tyres. The rest of them are already a little bit worn. Onto his flying lap goes Stygian.
Takes the corner a little wide. A nice section through there. No lockups, which is always good to see. Short shift into third. Back onto the power. Keeping it in 7th. Short shifting out to 6th. Back to 7th. Oh, such as a grass like the it's unsettled the car quite a lot. Sent him a little wide, that'll cost him a few tenths. Going through this section, which is he's done very nicely. Up to 4th onto the DRS straight, which I'm not sure about it overtaking a possibility. Hits the curb nicely. Short shifts to 3rd. Takes a wide line in, down to 4th, up to 5th. Chooses not to go to the inside, tries to keep it as tight as possible. And across the line to set a 1 minute 9.6.
That's still a decent time though.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Would have been faster if he didn't have that unsettling moment there in the Renault, you know. It would have been better, but I think Stygian, I think he's willing to take that, but it's P7 only at the moment because Eitz and Waiter are now on their lap. Well, Eitz is coming out, but the question is does Eitz have enough time to get around the track and get a lap?
Yeah, I imagine he'll have enough time. It's unless he dilly-dallies, I imagine.
No, he might have to soon move over for the Williams. That's right behind him is RSF1 Waiter. We'll keep an eye on the pace from these Williams.
Oh, he's 2 tenths up on his lap through the first sector 1.
Nice work from Eitz moving over, but the question is has that compromised his ability to set a lap?
Yeah, having that car in any part of the official, is it peripheral vision?
Something like that, yeah. But very nice runs there through for Waiter. Hugging it nice and close to the line. RSF1 Waiter crosses the line and he goes third fastest. Very good work. And the fastest third sector to boot. Catastrophe in the other Williams. Meanwhile, Breezy in the Red Bull crosses the line and stays sixth fastest.
Shrimper will be
in the Ferrari,
the next car.
In the Scuderia. Around the last corner. Down the straight. Goes Shrimper in the Ferrari and he goes seventh fastest. That pushes Stygian down.
Oh,
Brew Reapers!
108.9. That's a lap.
But Grantastrophe, he went fastest before. Can he do it again? Onto the DRS.
109.1.
Oh! Just about misses out. Moronics invalidated. Sturridge made a mistake somewhere. And Waiter, obviously he just finished his lap. He doesn't have the fuel to go back out and do another one. That is the Q3 table. What a Q3 session. And Brutal Reapers, by the way. Did he debut last week? Or was this his first?
It'd be his first. Verstappen was racing last week.
Brutal Reapers. That is very commendable, really, of what he's done. It's the first time we've seen him in action, and he takes pole for the race.
Yeah, fantastic lap there. 1 minute 8.9, the only person to break in there. But look at how tight second to 10th is. 2 tenths in between everybody. But 3.
Second, third, and fourth was only separated by half a tenth. That's half a tenth between Moronics and Grun. I thought real life F1 times were close, but this is different. Obviously, if you're a Mercedes fan, you know you support Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. That's a different situation. They just go off on their own. But I mean, like anyone else. And going over the top 10, Vettel. Take it away, my friend.
In 10th, we have the Flying Dutchman in the Renault with a 109.435. 9th, we have RSF1 Eitz with a 109.4. 8th, we have Shrimper in the Ferrari with a 109.394. 7th, we have Breezy. 6th, we have Steerage. 5th, we have RSF1 Waiter for Williams. 4th, we have RS Moronics for Mercedes. 3rd, we have Sturridge in the AlphaTauri. 2nd, we have Grunty in the Williams. And on pole position, we have Brutal Reapers with a 1 minute 8.9. A very, very good time there.
Very, very good. And now we move on to the race. Meanwhile, the drivers go over their strategies and other stuff. I want to talk to you on like a different note now, Vettel. Obviously, it's been a year since the horrible incident in Spa between Juan Manuel Correa and Antoine Hubert. Did you see the tributes that they did, especially for the race, where they put on the track a nice large picture of Hubert on the ground? That was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember the race. It wasn't very nice to watch. It definitely shouldn't be happening, but unfortunately,
it was very, very brutal. That was actually. And the fact is it just proves that no matter how many modifications that cars could have, halos, reinforcements, etc., when a really bad incident happens, the drivers are not invincible. The G-force could hurt them, or the brunt of the impact. For example, Hubert crashed going up Eau Rouge and hit the wall where Kevin Magnussen hit previously in a Renault when he was back in the Renault F1 team, and then his car rolled out onto the track, and then Correa went over the slope of Eau Rouge and then made contact with the car, and it was a T-bone as well. As Hubert was sideways, and then Correa just went straight in, and Correa unfortunately had to go under extreme surgeries. He was put into a coma 20 minutes after the incident, and also he had surgeries. But now he's actually on the mend. He's doing very good. Apparently, the braces that he's got on his legs will be removed at some point, maybe December, he said, and he's hoping to get back in the car.
Yeah, hopefully. It was good to see Korea though this weekend.
Yeah, mad respect to him. He shouldn't have really been able to move that much, but he was adamant on going to the Belgian Grand Prix circuit to pay his respects to Hubert. Close friends, by the looks of it, off the track, on and off the track. As much as everyone in racing, they want to beat each other, but the respect for everyone has for each other is incredible. But sadly, Hubert did succumb to his injury on the track. We haven't actually seen an on-track death since Ayrton Senna back in 1994.
No. Let's hope it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. Let's hope he's the last. The sport is still dangerous regardless, but we do not want to see any more on-track fatalities. And hopefully, actually no, last on-track death was Bianchi. Actually, he passed away about 8 months after the incident. However, Hubert, he died on the track. But anyways, moving on to the race, and we will go over the formation lap. Vettel, we'll let you decide. Would you like to do it, or would you like me to do the formation lap?
I've done it every other week, so I think it's your turn now.
Okie dokie. Well, starting in P20, at the very back of the grid is Luki in the AlphaTauri. In 18th is Rapid Sprays after his poor Q1 session and receiving a 5-place grid penalty. Rapid Sprays is down in 18th place in the Red Bull. In 17th place is Braver Container, who got into Q2, but after having an incident with Brutal Reapers, Braver Container is in 17th in the Mercedes. Stroll 16th in the Ferrari after crashing out in Q1 in the intermediate conditions, starts 16th in the Ferrari. 15th is K-Mag in the Renault. 14th is Ripping One Shot in the Alfa Romeo. He was out in Q1, but due to the grid penalties of Rapid Sprays and Braver Container, actually no, he went out in Q2. No, he's definitely Q1 he went out because Braver Container got demoted down. He's in 14th place. 13th is Snodvod in the Racing Point. 12th is Top Notch, or RSF1 Notch. 11th is Muddy Biscuit, who just narrowly missed out on getting into Q3 after nearly running into the back of an AI car of steerage. Stygian 10th is home race around the Zandvoort circuit. 9th is Ice. In 8th is Shrimper. 7th is Breezy. 6th is Steerage. 5th is Waiter. 4th is Moronics. In 3rd, which is quite surprising to see, Sturridge in the AlphaTauri in 3rd. 2nd is Grantier in the Williams. And then taking pole for his first race in the F2 division in Season 3 is Brutal Reapers. And now, as a famous quote in a film, this is where the fun begins, because the cars are now lining up on the track. And, this is going to be an interesting one, because I've not seen a race under league conditions on Zandvoort. It's going to be a good one. The cars lining up the track. You can see the predicted pit strategy for Brutal Reapers, who could do an easy one-stop from mediums to the hard tyres, lap 15 to 19 being his pit window. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights down, away we go, and Brutal Reapers gets a little bit of a poor run, going off the line.
Yeah.
Gruntashafy challenges down on the inside. Gruntashafy takes the lead. They make contact. There's an AlphaTauri down the inside, and Gruntashafy cuts him off, and Waiter moves up into 4th, and Waiter's getting a little look on the McLaren and the AlphaTauri.
Oh, Brutal Reapers in the back of the AlphaTauri.
tumble grid, and it looks like we've got cars down the back. That's K-Mag and Rog.
It's Notch and K-Mag. No damage to the car, which is good to see.
Really good start by Catastrophe. He capitalised off of the poor run there by the McLaren.
Yeah, he's pulled the second gap nearly.
K-Mag's gone again. However, Waiter got a really good start. He went from P5 to 3. He managed to catch out Brutal Reapers after his run. Oh dear, something happened. Oh no, not his home Grand Prix.
He's got no damage. It looks like the car went round on him.
It might have just been contact. This is a very difficult overtaking circuit, so there's no surprise to see anyone having a problem there. Meanwhile, Breezy going around the outside into turn 1 of Brutal Reapers. Brutal Reapers tries to cover him off. He's on the medium tyre. And he forces him off the track.
Oh, someone's in the...
Oh no!
Oh, he smashed off the brake bars.
They were side by side, but Brutal Reaper getting hit, like sticking his shoulders out. K-Mag receives a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's hard to see what battles are going on because the positions gained has glitched out a little bit.
Yeah, more glitches in F1 2020.
Yeah, the track looks really greasy right now, don't you agree? Like, I can see why some people are struggling with grip, but look at the state of the track.
I know, it looks like it's rained again, or it's going to rain, especially the clouds. They are very dark. Perhaps we might have seen some rain towards the middle part of the race, maybe the late stages.
Shrimper, by the way, he's looks like he's struggling a little bit in the Ferrari. It's a Haas sandwich right now because the Ferrari's stuck between Muddy Biscuit and Eitz. Muddy can try and hold up Shrimper, but it looks like it's going to be a move made because Eitz is going to try and make a little move down the inside, but he doesn't quite do it. And it looks like Stroll has gone into the pits.
Yeah, I think it has damage. Yeah, it does.
Oh,
That Ferrari of Shrimper's looking quite a handful under the turns.
Waiter, actually, he's doing very good in third place. He's keeping with Sturridge. Meanwhile, Catastrophe is just taking it away. He's moved up from second place to first, and he's still going.
Yeah, it's not the start Brutal Reapers would have been wanting, but you will have the much better tyres at the end of the race.
Looks like we'll go back to Waiter in a second because it looks like Snodrod is getting a little look on Braver Container round the outside. Looks like Braver tries to cover him off and he makes it goes wide, going into the I guess it's like a carousel or something like that, I don't know. Anyways, he goes a little bit wide, but it forces Snodrod to fall back just for the moment. Snod's actually gone onto the hard tyre. Moronics has done the fastest lap of the race so far in P4 in the Mercedes. Meanwhile, Snodrod's now got the DRS.
He's going to make the dive now. Locks up and touches the rear.
Hit the back. He hit the back of Braver Container, and now the racing point is they're bashing elbows. They're bashing elbows of each other. I imagine there's going to be talks between the Renault and the Racing Point principals because they're allowed to race, but they're just barging each other practically, trying to keep track position. Oh, and Snod caught the grass and he goes wide.
Yeah,
meanwhile, Shrimper
rabbit sprays.
Actually, now on board of Muddy Biscuit. He's caught up to the person who started this Grand Prix on pole on the medium tyre, but we can clearly see the traction is really back and Brutal Reapers. Reaper's actually the first person to accrue a time penalty, which everyone would have thought, wait a minute. Muddy Biscuit down the inside, and Muddy Biscuit makes the move, but Brutal Reapers is like, nah, I'm not done yet. He's hanging back, he's waiting for that move. Braver Container and Stygian battling into turn 1. Stygian gets the move done on the Mercedes, but Braver Container is on him like glue.
Yeah, I'm watching a couple of onboards with the McLaren or Brutal Reapers. The mediums don't look that great of a race tyre. He's sliding a lot more than when he does get through the corners. I don't see any damage on the car. I just started warming up very easily.
Stygians received a 3-second time penalty after receiving multiple warnings on exceeding track
Rapids
limits.
got ahead of Braver Container.
Rapid Spray's actually done pretty decent from second to last on the grid up into P12 so far. So Rapid Spray's is doing very, very good so far in the Red Bull. He's got those hard tyres, so he has got the grip to do it.
Shrimp is
DRS active. Oh, Moronics is at Waiter! I didn't even notice Moronics was gaining on Waiter. Waiter's trying to stick to the back of the Mercedes. It's just a matter of when he can, but if Waiter can stay in the DRS, he can capitalize.
Oh, we got a car out.
Brutal Reapers.
Oh,
that's unlucky.
Crashed.
A safety car! Brutal Reapers, his first Grand Prix in the F2 division. He qualified first in Q3. He's the first car to be out of the Grand Prix. And you know what person's going to be laughing at the end of this?
Be Grunty, probably.
It's going to be Rapid Sprays.
Ah.
He's on the hard tyre. These guys are going to pit. Rapid Sprays can make the ground back up on those hards. I have to say, it's played beautifully for Red Bull. Rapid Sprays having a poor Q1 can now really do some damage now thanks to the safety car. Meanwhile, the race leader, Gruntastrophe, it's no question he's going to pit now. But the question is can they pull off a double stack at the Williams garage?
It looks like they're going for it.
Yeah, Waiter's now gone in. Moronics staying out. Hard tyres. Let's go on board with Waiter. Yeah, look at that. That was beautiful. Williams pulling off a textbook double stack. But he's stuck in the garage because the cars.
Yeah, he's lost a couple of positions there. Steerage and... Yeah, just steerage.
What did I say about Rapid Sprays, by the way? Second to last, he was 18th place, and he's in third.
Rapid Spray still has to pit though, but I'm not 100% sure though that the hard tyres can do 30 laps. It's going to be a big ask.
Well, we have to wait and see because the cars are going to be all clumped up again, and if there's another incident, could bring out a safety car, could bring out a virtual safety car. We have to wait and see what Rapid Sprays are going to do for strategy, but do keep in mind Moronics has made a very, very risky gamble. He's staying out on those softs. If he pits now, he's at the back of the grid with his teammate. And the softs can only go for like 6 or 7 laps. V-Trops, is this an Xbox League, right? Yep, this is. RSF1 is a Xbox League. Well, it's an Xbox One League. If you'd like to apply, the Nightbot has put up links to the website just there, racingSeriesF1.com. You can apply through there and then contact Shane, and he will be able to hook you up with joining the league if you wish to do so. But it's very good to see that we're still getting some interest in people wanting to join. That's nice to see. However, Moronics taking that risky step on staying out. Oh, he's doing the Lewis Hamilton! he's getting too close to that safety car.
Yeah, probably wanting the safety car to speed up a bit, but not really many places that the Mercedes safety car can use its power.
What's the name of the touring car driver who drives a safety car?
Oh, but Wylander, no.
He's probably like, come on, Bert, hurry up. Bert is pushing that Mercedes to the limit, meanwhile them lot are like barely even getting going. But actually, someone in the chat has just made a very good observation. Alex40392882. He says, pitting now people now pitting for hards will have a big chance of getting a puncture. If they're going to the end, that's correct.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the risk, but maybe it is a risk we're taking. I'm not sure Moronics has picked the best strategy available. Oh, Rapids is spun and he's out.
No, you're joking. That's under the safety car conditions.
I don't know what's happened. It seems like he spun into Snod, and then the contact between them is taking his wheel off.
No. No.
That is some serious bad luck there.
And Lukey. No.
What, is Lukey out? Disqualified from the session.
He's disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. Oh my god.
I think I didn't want to overtake Rapids, so... Yeah, I think he's disqualified.
Well, we get going with the Grand Prix again, and I feel so sorry for the pair of them. Oh no. But going into the restart of the race, Shrimper moves up some positions, and so does Snodrod. Stygian is all over the back of... and Stygian's on the grass, and the Mercedes is there to...
damage. I think it might be
Storage is damage?
Rapids. Yeah, I think storage, not steerage, hit Rapid Sprays, and that's why Rapid Sprays has got the terminal damage when Rapid Sprays is spun. Yeah, he's bleeding the positions now.
Oh dear. And Waiter and Steerage make no time wasted and get past the limping AlphaTauri. And the AlphaTauri's now doing pleasures for the pair of them as Sturridge is holding up Muddy Biscuit, and now Shrimper. Muddy Biscuit's trying his best to stay ahead. It looks like he just does. Oh, there's a Ferrari in play, and there's a Red Bull gone wide.
That'll be Stroll and Breezy.
Oh yeah, there goes the Red Bull. Last place. Bad day for the Red Bull team. What looked like was going to be a... Oh! That was nasty. Did you just see that?
No.
Shrimper sustained major damage. Going around the last corner, he butts shoulders with someone and he just smashes into the wall. Luckily, no DNF. But Christ alive, that was... Oh. Sturridge? Where's Sturridge put on the wets? Oh, no. Why's Sturridge put on the wet compound tyre?
I think that's a mistake. I think he scrolled along to the hards and maybe gone a bit too far. That's definitely the wrong strategy call at this moment in time.
Oh no! What has happened to these guys? Braver Container receives a 3-second time penalty. Anyway, it's going on board with RSF1 Waiter. He's now going to try and pounce on Steerage. DRS enabled, but no DRS just yet. Going down the inside, RSF1 Waiter goes on Steerage, and then it's K-Mag's gone! And they're side by side, they keep touching wheels, and it looks like the McLaren runs off a little bit wide. Is that another safety car?
As you lost it on the banking BSC. I'm assuming
virtual safety car. There's a bump. There's a bump on the straight.
That's an odd place to retire.
So many people.
There's been a lot of odd retirements this race.
Yeah, I can't believe it. And actually, Moronics, if he can get to the pits soon enough, he could maybe benefit a little bit from this. But it's a virtual safety car. It just ended, just as I said it. He's opening the gap a little bit, which is surprising on those soft tyres. He got past Catastrophe and took the lead. But in terms of pits, it doesn't really matter how much Moronics does. He's got to go. He's got to go back in. So Catastrophe is technically... Oh, Waiter!
Oh, no, he's not.
Waiter's gone!
Oh, my
I think there is a bump. I saw so many cars making mistakes there, qualifying and race.
It's like that
Luckily,
bump in Japan. You know,
he stopped and he collected. That's an unfair penalty. That's unfair. He didn't deserve that. He was in the pits. And Waiter, unfortunately,
he's not last though.
He's not last, but he has a lot of work to do.
A safety car should bring him back in.
That has just saved him.
He's gone onto the medium tyre though.
Moronic
safety car for Waiter's incident, or
I think there was something else. Waiter's incident, he crashed, but then he went back into the. He went into the pits. So I don't see how that would have triggered the safety car. But Moronic is now going to be looking a little bit decent because he can now go into the pits. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to slap on some hard or mediums to give him that edge. But Williams suffering a bit of a loss there with Waiter's incident.
He's looking very strong.
But Catastrophe, meanwhile, retakes the lead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Moronic is in 5th. Braver Container receives a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He retires in the pits.
That'll be the 5th retirement of the race.
Session. That's good for people like Stygian. That puts him up into the top 10 now, and Waiter as well. All the people down below Braver Container can now make up one free position. So it's good for them, but it's a bad day for Mercedes. And meanwhile, their hopes lay with RS Moronic, who has now just put on the fresh hard tyres, while everyone in front of him has got slightly worn tyres. Anyone who's got issues in the chat, please, if you've got your clips, save it for after the race. Would rather keep any sort of drama out of the chat, please. I know some people have got something to say about some drivers, but for now, we've got a race to deal with. Yeah, let's keep it out the chat. I'd rather not have any problems there in that way. But anyways, very good for Grantashafy, however, who's now retaken the lead, but steerage is now nice and close to him. The Hasses actually have really benefited from this because Muddy Biscuit and Ice are now up into the 3rd and 4th positions. So very good work from them two. It's Breezy. He's in 11th still on those 3-lap old hards. Same with Stygian, both moving up a position after Braver Container's retirement. Waiter and Sturridge also been able to move up. Sturridge has gone onto the softs. Is Sturridge just taking a tour of tyres?
I don't know. I mean, he's used the wets in the dry, so I am a little confused how Kane would retire from the race. It looked like the bump broke his suspension. It's quite an odd place to.
I didn't even notice about that bump, by the way. That bump really. No, Moronic.
What's he done?
He just fell back. He's got
He's got damage.
I saw Snoth and Stroll move up, and oh no. This is just a disaster of a Grand Prix. People are getting caught up on the bump. They're losing traction. They're bumping each other. Jesus Christ. And on the safety car conditions, rapid sprays. Rapid sprays. And I think it's Lukey also had a problem under that, didn't he?
Yeah. He stopped in front of Rapid Spray's car, thinking he couldn't overtake it, and then he got disqualified for parking on track.
Meanwhile, the safety car is now in this lap. Thank you very much, Bert. This is second tour around the track. That's the 3rd safety car conditions we've had. But now, Grand 3 will lead the pack going into the safety car restart. The pack can't get going until he floors it. It looks like he has now.
Yeah, good restart from Grunty. I don't think Steerage
Yep, there is a bump.
Good enough run.
There is definitely a bump. Now leading the Grand Prix in.
Steerage is there.
No! Ship has gone!
Oh, did he crash?
Yeah, just on the restart the safety car. Catastrophe leads Steerage in second. Oh my god! Look at Top Notch. Top Notch has made a very good recovery.
Yeah, sure has. From Notch. Yeah, 4th places. But RSF1 Stroll. Plus 11.
Doing very good in the Ferrari. Actually, you have to go on board with the Haas team. Are they going to do team orders? Are they fighting for position here? Because they've got Stroll all over the back of them. If they try and do team orders right here and now, it's going to surrender the person who slows down to the Ferrari.
Yeah, I imagine Gunther Steiner isn't the biggest fan of the Haas cars racing. It looks
Muddy
like
Biscuit is being gained on by Eitz.
Is he going to send it? No.
No, Muddy's defending. He doesn't want Eitz to take this position. Oh, imagine if you're the Haas principal right now. You're biting your nails, hoping these guys do not make contact.
Yeah, 3rd and 4th is a very good points results for Haas.
And if they make contact, that is the one thing that's going to really, really hurt them the most. Meanwhile, Top Notch gets past Snodrod, but it's no surprise. He's on medium compound tyres, so Snod really didn't have a chance of defending there, but he did his absolute best to keep him at bay. Meanwhile, Eitz is still following down the back of Muddy Biscuit's back, and he wants this. He really wants this. Meanwhile, Stroll
one
is
shot
staying.
having a little bit of a wide moment there, allowing his teammate to go a little bit closer.
But that's good because that means he doesn't have to fully let off to let his teammate go by. Eitz moves into 3rd place and Muddy Biscuit can keep this pace going and now can hopefully hold up the Ferrari that's following him very closely. Meanwhile, because Stroll's having troubles keeping up with Muddy Biscuit now.
10%.
Look at this. Ripping one shot.
Oh, Muddy Biscuit.
Oh my god, look at that! No! Stitching Waiter. Muddy Biscuit receives a 5-second time penalty for causing a severe collision with Waiter.
Oh, that was a big pile up there.
Breezy getting past Waiter, but
Has Stidgen got the damage? No, he hasn't.
we've got a bit of a problem with the interval.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
I can't tell who's what. We have to rely on the map. Apparently I'm snapping.
Snapping. Okay.
Right, I've unplugged my mic and put it back in.
I don't know whether you're watching the F2 race today.
Does that fix it?
The actual F2.
Okay, good. I removed my microphone and put it back in, and that's fixed the mic issue now. Anyways, getting back on, the interval, a good spot there, by the way, the interval problem has fixed itself, so it's very good. And now we've got another battle between teammates. One moment it's Haas, and now it's Alfa Romeo.
I think one shot's probably better off letting his teammate by. They've got the gap as well. Because Notch is on the fastest tyre.
It's in the DRS zone, I think they'll let it happen. No, Rippin one-shots is holding the position. He's not letting his teammate go by, but that could be detrimental to Top Notch's medium tyres. Hurting them.
Sure. when you're behind cars in this game, it makes you understeer quite a lot. The dirty area is very much an issue. I mean, Eitz is using all of his ERS every single time he goes along this straight.
One Shot is holding up his teammate, and it's proving to be very, very horrible for him. Meanwhile, Stroll gets very close to the back of RSF1. Eitz there. It's Ferrari versus Haas. It's the customer versus the works. And it looks like Stroll is getting really close to the gearbox of that Haas. Going into the sweeping right-hander. The Ferrari gets a little look. The Haas struggles there for a bit of traction. The Ferrari has to hold back just for one moment. Looks like the battle's still maintained. However, Shot is still holding up top-notch. The Alfa Romeo team are going to be certainly not pleased about this situation. Top-notch needs to get ahead. But One Shot is just not surrendering.
Nah, no team orders at Alpha.
But Shots is looking good in terms of the tyres. It could go to the end. Grunt, Steerage, Eitz, and Stroll are yet to be seen.
Stott still has to actually pit. He's done 19 laps on the tyres. I don't think there was a safety car on lap 1.
On the first one, really. He should have pitted. It doesn't look like it's boded well for Snodrod. Way to collect a 3-second time penalty. Stroll, back on board of Stroll. He's getting close to Eitz once again. This Ferrari has been on a tear this entire day. He got knocked out in Q1, and now he's fighting for third. But
Stroll crashed out in Q1.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, he crashed out. Stroll is doing really good at keeping with Eitz, but Stroll is on 16-lap-old hards. They must be starting to slightly fall off a little bit. Ripping One Shot, receives a 3-second time penalty. Here's where this could really matter now, because DRS is active. Overtake mode as well. Top Notch is going to try and make the move on his teammate for today. He can't do it.
No, he doesn't have the straight line speed compared to his teammate. Especially when his teammate is getting the slipstream and DRS as well.
Top Notch must be furious right now. But this is a good battle for third place. It's very close between the lot of them. You know, you've got Eitz in third, and the last car is Top Notch in sixth in this 4-car battle for third.
Yeah, the Eitz train.
The Eitz train, that's pretty good actually. Stroll, okay, getting close. He's getting closer by the minute. I think with the DRS here. A really short DRS zone, I have to say. It's probably one of the shortest DRS zones. Other than Monaco.
Stroll not taking out of overtake. He's going to get quite a bit of wheel spin coming out of this corner, and he does.
Lost a little bit of traction.
He's not going to have any ERS coming down the main straight. Yeah, nothing. This is going to help One Shot. Breezy with a 3-second time penalty.
Meanwhile, Stroll is still there. Actually, there's a battle that's now about to loom. It's between Gruntashafy and Steerage. Steerage and McLaren is slowly but surely catching up to Grunt in the Williams. Meanwhile, RSF1 Stroll is running out of fuel now. His the yellow fuel light's on, which means he needs to start saving soon. One Shot, however, doesn't have that issue.
It looks like Grunty is suffering with the ERS usage. He seems to be stuck on 11%. Well, 18 now.
And Steerage still has
Steerage has got quite a lot more.
Meanwhile, going back on board for the battle for third place between Eitz, Stroll, Shot and Notch. This is a very close battle. These guys have not departed from each other. One Shot is not willing to let Top Notch go by. and Stroll is not willing to let Eitz go out of his sight. It's a very big DRS
Yeah, it
train.
seems like Notch doesn't really have the straight line speed to try and overtake one shot.
No, he's got the dirty air from one shot, and also one shot's also got the DRS given to him by the Ferrari up in front. Oh,
Notch
gets a little
getting very
bit wide.
close.
Stroll still on the back. Eitz's Haas.
Surely Snod must be pitting soon. Been in those hard tyres for 22 laps.
These guys are just pushing it out like really well. This battle is tremendous between the two Alfa Romeos, the Ferrari and the Haas. It's a Ferrari-powered fight here for third. I'm liking what these guys are doing. It's entertaining, and it's proven to keep this stream really, really good because we don't know what the hell these guys are doing. A quick update for you guys, for anyone who's joined late. Drivers are eliminated out of this race. Sorry, is Lukey in 19th. 18th is Brutal Reapers. 17th is Rapid Sprays. 16th is K-Mag. 15th is Braver Container, and Shrimper is the last car to be out so far in 14th place. So that is quite a few cars out. We lost one Red Bull, one Renault, one Mercedes, one Ferrari, one McLaren and one AlphaTauri. So most teams are now a car down, except for the Alfa Romeo and the Haas team.
And
these guys are just staying there. Oh, Breezy. Actually, we have a battle that's now looming because Snodrod's on 23 lap old hard tyres. I don't even know why he's pushing them out that lane.
yeah, Breezy's on half life tyres compared to Snod.
Snod's not making
Snod's
it easy.
really struggling in this traction zone.
And then catching that grass is not going to do him any favours either.
No. Yeah, Snod's in the pits now.
Yeah, it's no surprise, especially with the fact that he's running out of grip. His tyres probably would have been screaming there near the end. Snodwell goes into the pits, meanwhile on board with Stroll, who's now even more closer. Oh, he's going for the fastest lap. Oh, and then the Ice is being pushed. Stroll and Ice going down the inside, goes the Ferrari on the Haas. Oh, look at that move! What a move! Beautiful move by Stroll. That was superb. Wow.
It sure was. What a move. It's nothing to see people go side by side through there.
That has been a tremendous overtake. I have to say, that's my overtake of the season, I think.
So far, yeah, definitely.
Oh, Stroll. What
Stroll
a
might be coming back
move.
under pressure though.
Oh my God.
Eitz.
Eitz is staying with him, but oh my, you have to give Stroll where it's due. He had the balls to make the move. You know, do you remember the interview with James Hunt? Just like, how do you drive these cars in such extreme conditions as someone else? He's just like, pretty big balls, you know, very brutally honest. Stroll is just a definition of that, because anyone who would have made the move there, it would have been a disaster for him. But that was a hell of a move. I don't care what happens at the end of this Grand Prix. Stroll has earned.
Stroll's pulling away from Eitz.
He is. He's got that pace.
And one shot right on the back of Eitz.
Top Notch pitted as well. I didn't even notice Top Notch was gone.
No. One shot with a lot more battery than the pair of them.
That Ferrari though, I can't get over that move. That was tremendous. I haven't seen a move like that since season 1 Spain with Roberts.
Yellow flag, sector 1.
That looks like it was the AlphaTauri going a little bit slow there, going through turn 1. I think he might have made a little mistake and went off the track because he looked like he got quite.
Sturridge.
Yeah, Sturridge. Sorry, he got back on the power quite quickly. So He should be alright. However, Eitz has slowly caught back up to the Ferrari of Stroll. Stroll has got the disadvantage in terms of tyre. Because four laps more. There you go, Snodvod has claimed the fastest lap of the race with a 1:11.7, and he's in P9. He will make that extra point stick if he wants to keep going to the end. But yeah, K-Mag says all of them have to pit, especially Stroll. But Eitz is ripping one shots. Has got another 3-second time penalty.
That'll put him behind Breezy at the moment, who has... I don't think has a penalty. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
No, I think Breezy does.
Penalties.
We'll check 5 laps from the start. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Sturridge has retired in the pits, but he went on to the intermediate tyres. Sturridge has gone on to
I think he was using all of them.
Race tyre. Oh, Eitz is looking close. Currently the gap right now between Catastrophe in first and Muddy Biscuit in 12th. Catastrophe being 43 seconds ahead of Muddy Biscuit. Top Notch has just made the move on Snodvod. However, Snodvod does still keep that extra point for the fastest lap of the race. Top Notch gets by. Top Notch is very, very quick, but his teammate, ripping one shots, has still got the battery to challenge those 2 cars in front of him, but that 6-second time penalty that he's collected, from the 2-3 seconds, is definitely going to bite him in the back at the end.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see, though, whether Steerage or Grunty are going to pit again. Because I think they might risk it, especially if one dives into the pits.
Here we go. Ripping one shot's going to do this move. He's going to go down the inside and take down
both of them.
Ice. A double overtake.
Inside of both?
Oh, and he touches Stroll. Sends him wide. A double overtake.
Yeah, more than a battery there.
Very good move by one shot. He moves into third, but Eitz is still in contention for third because one shot does have those 2 time penalties. But that was very good. A double overtake going down the straight.
Yeah, very good overtake.
Not my overtake.
He just had such a good launch off the corner.
That's not my overtake of the season because Stroll still won that by a landslide, really. But Stroll has fallen back tremendously now. He has lost a lot of pace. There's 7 laps to go of the Grand Prix, and he needs... No, I think his tyres have just fallen off. And Catastrophe, the race leader, collects a 3-second time penalty. That's going to play beautifully for Steerage and the McLaren. If McLaren thought they had a bit of a loss today with Brutal Reapers crashing out in the earlier stages, Steerage still can bring home the glory if he can stay with Catastrophe and not collect a time penalty.
Notch at the time penalty now.
Midzi says, "Come on, Snodvod, bod, you absolute god." That's a tongue twister if I ever heard one.
Yeah, Snod's name is quite hard to say without adding more into it.
We'll check penalties on the next lap. On lap 31, we'll check them. Kid Cully, he says he's asking for the steerage penalties. We'll check momentarily. But anyways, I's the best. No, not I's the best. Eitz is staying with one shot. One shot is not pulling away. Eitz is staying with him.
Just putting the pressure up on Grunty now. 7 tenths.
Stroll, his tyres are falling off rapidly, and he needs to pit. Otherwise, he could fall behind Top Notch. Stygian,
3 seconds.
Vettel, shall we go over the penalties?
I sure can, yeah. Grunty has just the 1 penalty. Steerage has Surprisingly, 3 warnings, but no penalty.
One might have been a contact.
I imagine one of those might be a contact, yeah. Ike's running a near perfect race with only just the 1 warning. Rip One Shot has just the 1 penalty.
Oh, yeah, 2. Oh, yeah, the 1 penalty, sorry.
Breezy has 1, 2, has 2 penalties. Stygian has also got just a penalty. Moronic's running a perfect race with no warnings at all. Notch got 1 penalty. Stroll has no penalties at all. And Snod has run another perfect race with no warning.
Actually, Stroll...
Yeah, Steerage is putting the pressure on Fronty, but he does not have the RS to compete with at the end of the straight.
Stroll's just come out in a really good position. With 4 laps to go, he's got fresh new softs. Meanwhile, Top Notch and Stroll... Stroll's on... No, sorry, Snod has got 5 lap-old softs. Stroll's got no laps at all accrued on those softs. And Top Notch has got 5 laps. So eventually, those tyres will fall off. He's looking like he could get it in terms of getting past him, but he needs to put the pressure on now. If he can push hard enough, he might. Just might catch Moronics.
Yeah, maybe. I think the top 3 are going to risk it with the punches.
Oh, steerage is
too much of a gamble.
Steerage locked up there, and if these tyres are very worn...
Yeah, lock-ups equal punches.
It's not good for your tyres. Gruntastrophe is desperate to keep Steerage behind him. And the battle for first place commences. And he's still holding on for dear life. That McLaren is staying on him. Steerage wants this. I know he does, but it's a very risky gamble. I know they might feel like they've got nothing to lose now they're up the front. They've got a good gap to the car in third, but all it takes is one wrong braking position, one lock-up, and that could risk the puncture.
Yeah, or even contact between cars for the damage.
Stroll has made good progress. He only just got those tyres on, and he's already caught up the Top Notch.
Yeah, tyre drag must be quite bad here, because 5 laps normally wouldn't make a difference, but it seems that this race that... Stroll with another penalty.
However, Top Notch has won as well, so they're still fighting for position here.
They sure are. Steerage still not close enough.
One shot. He's still on the back lights. These guys haven't really been able to switch positions.
Oh, another lock-up from Steerage.
Oh, you would have thought Ikes would have struggled with those 26 lap-olds hards, but he's holding off one shots quite well. It's hard to really say what's going to happen here.
Yeah, one shot does have the penalty over Ikes.
And Gruntastrophe has that penalty, so if nothing happens to their tyres, Grunt is guaranteed second place. Meanwhile, Waiter behind is having a race that he is not happy about, finishing, looks like he's going to be in 12th there to the end. But if he claims fastest lap, that's going to rob Snodbod of his fastest lap that he could take home with him, because Snodbod is within the top 10. Going into the straight, the DRS zone, with only a couple laps to go, Steerage is running out of opportunities to make the move happen. He needs this if he wants to get past Catastrophe and win by position and not penalties. Steerage gets a run through into turn 1. He's struggling a little bit for grip. If they keep pushing these hard tyres, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a puncture very soon. Oh, nasty lock-up! Oh! See, fastest lap. Oh, Stroll has the fastest lap. Oh. So yeah, if Waiter gets the fastest lap, he'll rob it from Stroll. But the battle for the lead is just getting really close now. Actually, speaking of Stroll, he's all over the back of Top Notch. Is Stroll going to make a very ambitious move like he did on ice just moments ago?
Notch gets the grass.
Oh, one shot collects another penalty. And he gets a little bit close to the Alfa Romeo. It's Ferrari versus Alfa Romeo, and they touch, but there's no damage. That's fine. It looks like Stroll's going to get it done in this DRS zone. Top Notch is struggling to keep this Ferrari at bay. And he's got the battery as well. Yep, DRS and ERS. Is he going to send it? Top Notch tries to cover off the outside. Stroll sends it down on the inside. They're in contact and Stroll sends a spin. I was kind of ambitious there from Stroll, and that's going to play beautifully into the hands of Snodvod, because Snodvod is now closer to Stroll. Stroll's collected a penalty. That means he could snatch 9th place from him.
Yeah, it's not in the DRS now, and he's got a lot more energy than Stroll.
It's the final lap.
It was a bit of an ambitious move from Stroll, but it caused the Ferrari, which is normally prone to spinning, to spin.
And everyone was questioning whether these guys would even make it to the end. It's looking very good so far. It's the end of the Grand Prix, nearly, as Gruntashefi and Steerage take the cars one last time through the third sector. They're going down to the end, the second to last corner in the third sector. Both still good, keeping along the straight. As Gruntashefi, he comes across to take the win of the Dutch Grand Prix, but due to his penalty, Steerage takes the cake. Ice keeps moving up, and can Ice take third place? He does. Ice gets third. One shot's fourth. Breezy.
Can Breezy get fourth?
No, he doesn't. Stygian sixth. Moronix. He gets... Well, Moronix up to fifth. Snotch 8th, Stroll 9th, Snod 9th. And it looks like driver of the day, and I think it's a unanimous decision between us and the game. I think driver of the day goes to Rippin' One Shot.
Yeah, I gotta agree there.
10 positions. Good battles. Stroll has won.
I don't think
my heart with
Stroll's
earned my heart there with the best overtake I've ever seen in a long time. And yeah, I knew the game would do that. He made the most positions as well, and also he drove really, really well. But yeah, I have no doubt that One Shot earned that driver of the day. But Steerage, a really good amount of pressure he applied to Gruntashefi. I imagine that's how Grunt collected his penalty. Steerage biting the bullet as well with the 3 warnings, obviously one of them being a contact warning, but that could have been... If he got one warning, that would have ruined his chances of getting that win, but that's been tremendous. Anyways, that is the classification for the race. I'll go over it while Vettel invites the podium of the top 3. So in 19th place is Brutal Reapers, starting from first and ends up last. It's a day for him to forget, really. Lukey in 18th in the AlphaTauri. 17th is Rapid Sprays. 16th is K-Mag. 15th is Brover Container. 14th is Shrimper. 13th is Sturridge, and that's the last of the DNF cars. And other cars finishing the race is Waiter in 12th, Muddy Biscuit 11th, Stroll 10th, Snod 9th, Top Notch 8th, Stygian 7th, so not too bad work from Stygian, Breezy 6th, Moronix 5th, One Shot 4th, and a very good driver of the day from One Shot, Ice 3rd, Gruntashefi 2nd, and Steerage 1st, and it's... That's been a hell of a race, to be fair, Vettel. That's been a very, very difficult race.
Yeah, it's been drama the whole way through, even in the qualifying. And also overtaken the season.
Overtaken the season. Yeah, Stroll did beautifully that move there. I know he fell back a little bit after that contact he made in the third sector, but that has hands down still been the overtake of the season. How many people have we got into the podium at the moment?
Do we invite driver of the day or not?
Let's not. No. Well, as much as he's got driver of the day. And we have to commend him for such a tremendous drive. But we'll just stick with the top 3 for the moment. So we got Grunt. Right. We need Steerage, and we need Eitz.
No, Eitz is in.
Oh, Eitz is in. So we just need Steerage. Eitz and
can't talk. He's
right.
Yeah,
well,
he's off. He's got to run now. But...
Right. I guess so. Vettel, I'll let you interview Eitz, and I'll interview Catastrophe.
Yeah. So Eitz, great battling there with Stroll and One Shot. Do you want to run us through your qualifying and then your race?
Yeah. A little bit disappointed in me, quality, I'm not going to lie. I was pretty quick in Q1 and 2, but I didn't have a fresh set for the end of Q3, so I kind of messed that up a little bit. So I ended up starting 9th and just kind of working my way through the field. Obviously, the safety cars helped me out a little bit, but it went pretty well, I think, and good battles with Stroll and One Shot.
Yeah, Stroll did a fantastic overtake. I believe it was on you, wasn't it? Going through
the fast right,
the left-right position.
Yeah, I got a bad exit out of the carousel corner, and got a good run on me and overtook me through that fast one.
Yeah, so great podium. Do you feel that you could have maybe pushed a bit more and maybe have got closer towards the top 2?
I would have liked to, I hope so, but Zandvoort's not my strongest track. I'm not notoriously quick around here, so I'm quite happy with the result. It's my first race back in RSF1 for like a year and a half now, so first race back and a podium, I'll take it any day.
Great. Yeah, congratulations on your podium, and I'll hand it on to Primus to interview second.
Cheers.
And also just well done, Eitz. You did really good. But now we move on to Catastrophe. So I have to give credit where it's due. You had tremendous pace, and I have to ask the pair of you quickly: what the hell percentage was your tyres on? You dragged them out for the 28 laps.
8 laps.
Yeah, we pitted under the safety car. I can't remember what lap it was exactly, but
lap 7 was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, lap 7.
What was your percentage on your wear?
About
82. I wasn't looking actually, to be honest.
I checked on the last race, 82%. Punch territory, basically. Very lucky.
I was focusing on my fuel. I did not know what my tyres were on because I was busy keeping Stroll and One Shot behind me.
Anyways, Grunt, you have proved today in qualifying and the race, you have had really good pace today, mate. It's a good second place for the Williams. I know it's a bit bittersweet with you losing out the win there to Steerage, but I mean, second place is still good. But how have you feel today's been for you, mate?
Well, I've been practicing like all week for this because I love this track from the moment it came out in the game, and I just wanted to do well. Obviously, last week having a DNF and not being at Vietnam, I just wanted to, for a change, actually do well, and felt strong in quali. Obviously, Q1, Q2, and then Q3 came along, and Brutal Reapers had obviously an amazing time, so fair play to him. And then in the race, I just knew I had to get past Brutal. And it was hopefully plain sailing from there, which it was not. Obviously, it was safety car after VSC and all that malarkey. Obviously, we pitted lap 7, which I didn't really want to do. I wanted to push the tyres longer, so I wanted to go to about lap 13, 14 on my softs, and then have nice hards till the end. But it didn't happen. And then obviously I got that penalty, which I'm very frustrated about. And then obviously I was trying to push, but getting the penalty kind of lost my momentum. And obviously steerage had a great race as well. Netherlands is not a track really you can overtake on that easily, unless the person is on warm tyres or makes a mistake or whatnot. So steerage had a great race, just would not leave the back of me, which was a bit daunting for the whole time. But yeah, it was a rough time. I do want to give actually a shout out to RSF1 Cash, who actually helped me out this week a lot with setup and all that malarkey. So hats off to him for sure.
And next week is China. No, China. Spain, sorry. Not China. Spain. How are you feeling for the Spanish Grand Prix? Because obviously the new tracks that have been added by the game now, Vietnam is gone, Zandvoort is gone. You've now got the normal tracks now for the rest of the season. You feeling good for Spain?
Yeah, I quite like Spain. I think it's a good track. Obviously, now they've sorted out that chicane, that triple chicane in the last sector, and I think it's a lot better now. So I'm really looking forward to it, and hopefully just bring back some more points for the team. To be honest.
Congratulations on a well-earned second place. And it's not quite first, but you did very good. Steerage had 3 warnings. One of them was a contact warning, so it made us scratch our heads for a second there, because it's like, But anyways, well done on second place, mate. We would interview Steerage, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately he is unable to make it, so unfortunately we won't be able to hear how Steerage felt about the race, but I imagine he's pretty happy with claiming the win for McLaren, and a very good recovery, especially for the fact is that after Brutal Reaper went out in the beginning of the session, it's a good recovery and a good 25 points now for the McLaren team from F2. Vettel, that was a very difficult one today, because we had a little bit of a lobby problem earlier with us not being able to get into Q3, and then we couldn't even figure out who the hell was going where after so many retirements in that race.
No, it was a complete mystery. As I imagine it was for quite a lot of the drivers, because it's a new track, new to the game. It takes quite a while to figure out what to do, what the strategy is, how far you can make tyres last. But when it comes to these sorts of tracks, especially this massive cars, a lot of luck is involved as well in finishing well. But well done to the guys on the podium, and well done to Steerage for winning the race.
And also, well done to Rippin' One Shots for the driver of the day. Very good there. And Stroll for that move on ice, which claimed him the overtake of the season, because that was very, very good. Anyways, before I wrap up for today, if any of you watched the Grand Prix earlier, it has been a year since the loss of Antoine Hubert, so RSF1 would like to pay our respects to Antoine Hubert and his friends and family. I know it's been a year, but still a young driver gone too soon. And also to send out our condolences and sympathies to the family of Chadwick Boseman, who passed away recently due to stage 4 colon cancer. So we'd like to send our deepest sympathies to the star's family and friends. And but before we wrap up, I'll go over the classification one more time for F2. So in third place was RSF1 Ice. Very good fighting there throughout most of the race. A 4-horse battle really for third place, but he kept it and kept going on. Second place goes to Grantastrophe, and it was a very, very good qualifying pace from him and his teammate Waiter. Very good start as well, and a good second place. And Steerage takes the top of the table in the McLaren, and the driver of the day goes to Rippin' One Shot, so making up 10 positions, and also some very good overtakes and pressure applied as well. Due to performance and places, he earned that. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. If you want to see more F2 action, please join us next week in Spain, next Sunday at 8 PM. If you want to see more Zandvoort Battle, though, tune in tomorrow at 8 PM when you're going to see the next division. I think it's going to be F3 tomorrow. F3 will be duking it out around the Dutch Grand Prix, so please join us there. But in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow. Please stay safe. And yeah, have a good night.